Hi, Dr. Dadcamp. Everything is going extremely well. Your wish is my command, boss. Let's go.
Welcome. An email dated 1994, April 19th, from Mark to a Doris. Hello, Doris. I left a message on your machine on Saturday the 15th with my top 4 choices for mentors. I hope you got it. In case you did not, or if you didn't get the message, here's the list. David, Richard, James, Terry. Please notice that I switched Dr. Blank and Dr. Blank. In any case, this is now the list I wish to be assigned a mentor by. Hope to hear from you soon about flight dates, etc. Thank you very much. Another email. Ms. Blank, I will be able to make the June 5th, 11 a.m. and the August 13th flights, so please book those flights for me. This is 1994. An email dated July 23rd, 94 from Mark to Rush Request. Please unsubscribe me from the NMS. I just don't find time to read all articles, besides they're just like alt music rush. Thanks a lot and roll the bones. Email 1994, November 18th. Subject, ¿Qué pasa? Hello, Newman. Well, Dith. I just want to see if this works. If it doesn't, then blow raspberries. See you in class, Mark. A course schedule for spring term of junior year. Physics lab, physics and recitation, psychology, biochemistry, anthropology, and soccer. Month view of January 1995. Classes begin January 4th. Appointments, homework, assignments. Advanced planning for spring break of 95. To do taxes, the MCAT application, that's medical college admissions test, and courses for the following year. Letters of recommendation. Tutor to student athletes, Nikki in chemistry and Christine in biology. Week of January 15th, 1995. Some books. Next page has more names of books to be used that semester and some prices for new and used books. Month view of February of 95. Exams, schedule, and midterms. Month view of March 95. Spring break week. Exams. Month view of April 95. A collision in the Mazda on April 4th. Exams. Getting the car repaired. State Farm, the insurance. Got a rental car on April 14th from Snappy. April 22nd, Saturday, took the MCAT. Finals week, the week after, last week of April. A request for a letter of recommendation dated April 3rd, 1995 to Dr. Terry from Rochester. Dear Dr. Blank, I hope you and your family are enjoying good health and that everything in the lab is going well. I wish I could have talked with you over the phone last week, but I left a message in your voicemail anyway. As you may know, I am applying to medical schools at this time. I am focusing on the Northeast area not only because of the many reputable medical schools, but also to be closer to my family and friends, and snow. For the application process, I request that you please send a letter of recommendation on my behalf to University Blank Health Careers Advising Office. For your reference, I'm enclosing my resume and the essay I used in my application for the Howard Hughes Fellowship, which I was fortunate to receive last year. Thank you in advance, and please contact me at blank if you need any additional information. Sincerely, Mark. Month view of May 1995. Grades available. Work starts May 8th that week. Tracking work hours on the planner. Rosemary's wedding on Saturday, May 13th. A photo of Chaz and I outside of his house. Kittens at Mom's place I took with a good analog SLR camera. The photos turned out pretty well. Cute 3 little kittens. Photo of Chaz and Rosemary at her wedding, May 13th, 1995. Email dated June 1st, 1995 from Mark to BMG Compact Disc Club. Dear BMG, care of Marcy, please note that my last selection, Power Windows, that is a CD by Rush, was paid for on April 18th. I've received more than one letter requesting payment for it, but I'm sure it's the computer that's sending these letters. Thanks in advance for relieving me of the junk mail. Mark. Email, same date, June 1st, 95 at 11:04. Subject, zero balance. From BMG. Thanks for your inquiry regarding the balance due on your account. Your account reflects a zero balance as of today's date. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Kim, from BMG. Month view of June 1995. Work schedule. Uncle Kika arrives on June 10th. A biochemistry final on June 27th. A picture of Joe, Kika, and Mark. June 15th, Thursday, work. Week of June 19th, more work. Kika and Dad were leaving. Week of June 26, 1995, a biochemistry final. Call a couple people, get the letters and the MCAT and grades. Work study. Month view of July 1995. Week of July 3rd. A to-do list at the bottom. Student type stuff. Grades, letters of recommendation. Soccer on Saturday, the July 8th. Week of July 10th. work schedule. Week of July 17th, see a few instructors and biology advisors, tutor, student athlete, Nikki. Saturday the 22nd, Passat inspection. Week of July 23rd, tutored Nikki and Christine. Wednesday the 26th, reserved tennis court. July 27th was playing tennis at 5 p.m. July 28th, call Steve to go biking. Email 1995, July 31st, from me to me, ASCII art of gatitos. July 31st, 95, timesheet applications, tutoring. Course schedule for the upcoming semester: Italian, evolution, microbiology, economics. Week of August 7th, 95, tutored a couple of students. August 8th, a note to take my picture at Kmart. August 10th, Joe moves to Hershey. Chaz, Mark, and Coco went in a 2-seater van. The following day, August 11th, Chaz, Mark, and Coco returned. Heavy rainfall that day. My portrait. And another pose. August 9th of 1995. I was 19 years old. Receipt. August 9th, 12:35 p.m. Planner page, August 17th. Student type stuff. A yard sale to check out on August 19th, Saturday. Email from me to me, dated August 22nd. A list of books to sell. Anthropology, biology, music, physics, psychology, chemistry. August 25th, received applications for Michigan and Pitt Medical. August 26th, received application from MCP, that's Medical College of Philadelphia. August 29th, classes begin. And August 30th, pick up the pictures, portraits. September 1st, Joe goes to Luz. My resume at the time. Education, 1992 to present being 1995. University candidate for Bachelor's in Science, degree in Molecular Biology, April 96. Minor in Chemistry. Presently maintain a blank GPA. 91 to 92, blank Senior High School. 1991, blank Christian High School. 86 to 90, Santa Ynez High School, Lima, Peru. Honors and awards, undergrad, upper class merit scholarships. Dean's honor list for 2 terms. High school, certificate of merit for 43rd Annual American High School Math Exam. Certificate of merit for chemistry. Honor roll, principal's list, valedictorian, diplomas, extracurricular activities, in undergrad and in high school. Experience 1993 histologist, 1990 to 91 microbiology lab assistant in Lima, Peru. Languages: Spanish, fluent written and spoken. References: Dr. Blank, biology professor from the bio department. Rosemary from the bio department as well. Diane from the English department. James from the pharmacology area. An essay for applications at that time. Late in my freshman year, I chose the molecular biology major among those offered by the biological sciences department. I find molecular biology to be a fascinating discipline, since nearly all biological, physiological, and genetic events have explanations at the molecular level. Many of such questions remain unanswered, and it is thus that I venture into this exciting and relatively new field of biology to explore and answer some of those questions. Most of my interest in research comes from studying the revolutionary advances in molecular biology techniques made in recent years, such as recombinant DNA methods and gene therapy. Such advances make molecular biology a rapidly expanding and very promising new field for investigation. I've always found that biological sciences attractive. When I was 3 years old, I went to live to Peru for 12 years with my father, who is a physician. He trusted me to use his microscope when I was a kid, and with it I examined every object and insect I could find. But moreover, I developed a strong sense of trust and safety when I was with my father because he was always there to help me when I was sick. I recall his confident, reassuring ways that helped me to recover, and his knowledge and experience have encouraged me to choose the medical profession. I find the medical career to be very challenging, humanitarian, and rewarding, and I hope to be someday as dependable and experienced as my father. I plan to further my education in medical school and possibly pursue an MD PhD degree, which I consider an attainable goal. The medical profession is being more and more closely attached to molecular level knowledge of biological processes. Thus, research in molecular biology would be an excellent experience. Week of September 4th, Labor Day, coursework. Week of September 11th, a little more of the same. An interview workshop on September 11th in the evening. Week of September 18th, 95. Italian and writing and biology assignments. Applications, letters of recommendation. A wedding on Saturday the 23rd. Penn State had a medical student research, which was a plus of their medical program. Week of September 25th, a biochemistry exam, Italian test, Lou's birthday, more exams and quizzes. Still needed to buy a suit. An assignment for a writing and biology class, proposal for final paper, dated August 28th, 1995. At the bottom, unfortunately in this case, life found a way when faced with obstacles. Sounds like a callback to Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. Next page. This is again the proposal for a paper about tuberculosis for the final project. The same course, an exercise in readability. Readability formulas can be helpful in writing a paper. I used the Macintosh grammar check for some assignments and found that it caught many grammatically incorrect sentences. I find this kind of check especially useful in learning how to write a paper. However, once a person has had enough writing experience, the readability formulas can have negative effects. Some programs run slow, consuming the writer's time. Also, these programs hinder the creative expression of the writer because they make he or she conform to preset guidelines. Again, this is useful for novice writers, but can boggle down an experienced writer. Week of October 3rd. Exams, application, pay or fight a parking ticket, paid on Friday the 6th. October 9th or thereabout, picture of Chaz at the Fountain of Trevi in Rome. Next photo, Chaz in front of a store possibly in Spain. Week of October 9th, dictation for Italian. Week of October 16th, pick up Lou and Julie at airport. Course assignments and so forth. Week of October 23rd, exams. Was playing paintball on October 28th, Saturday. A few to-do items were groceries, laundry, mow the lawn, change window screens, and medical school applications. October 26, 1995, outline of the biology final paper, titled The Reemergence of Tuberculosis in the Western World. The intro has history of TB, decline of TB in the 20th century, and epidemiology of the reemergence of TB in the last 2 decades. Next section is microbiology and medical aspects of Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Third section is reemergence of mycobacterial disease and conclusions. Week of October 30th. More coursework. Saturday, November 4th. A Latin Madness dance. Week of November 6th, conference with Dr. Blank for writing and biology. November 8th, David Letterman had Green Day as a music guest. A note from a teacher or advisor named Brad said, go with the cheating essay if nothing else has been more salient in your life. Besides, it is relevant to the topic and is specifically relevant to my honest, hard worker integrity. A secondary essay dated November 7th, 1995. Screech, the sound of tires skidding drew our attention. My father, brother, and I were at a bus stop in Lima, Peru, when we saw a passenger hanging out of the side window of an out-of-control car. We heard distant shouting, and given the social climate in Peru at the time, we could only assume that this was either a drug-related crime or terrorism. There was little time to think as the car came toward us and crashed into a nearby wall. The passenger was ejected before the collision and was badly injured. The driver was unconscious, an elderly bystander was struck on the leg, and a woman suffered facial lacerations. Instead of fleeing to safety, my father did not hesitate to assist the injured. I followed him, aware of the danger inherent in approaching potential criminals. My instincts told me I could be shot in a potential gun battle between the occupants and police forces. On the other hand, the injured were disabled, so I decided to stay and help. I was young then, but ever since I have understood the physician's duty to aid a fellow human being, no matter who that might be. Soon after, the police took the vehicle occupants away, while civilians volunteered to take the injured pedestrians to a hospital. We do not know what became of those involved in the accident, but I was proud of our actions, and my drive to become a physician was significantly strengthened. Letter dated November 7th, 1995, to the Office of Admissions at Pitt School of Medicine. Dear Sirs, I feel that I should explain my biochemistry grade. I adopted the approach to learn as much biochemical theory as I could. However, this turned out to be the wrong approach, as the course emphasized more the memorization of complex structures. While my grade does not reflect it, I learned more applicable biochemistry than other students who obtained a higher grade by memorizing structures of compounds. Sincerely, Mark. Week of November 13th. Biochemistry test. Some other assignments. David Letterman had Kitty being performed by the Presidents of the United States rock band. Week of November 20th. Needed to apply for graduation. Thanksgiving break that week. Week of November 27th. More exams and assignments. Week of December 4th. Call Medical College of Philadelphia for interview. Next week, December 11th, finals week. Tuition was due, and a note to fill a tuition deferment form. The 9-page final paper on the reemergence of tuberculosis in the Western world, December 14th. Week of December 18th. On the 21st, Thursday, went to Hershey with Dad. On the 22nd, interview at MCP. Later that day, came back with Dad and Joe. A photo dated December 23rd, 1995. Joe, Mark, Chaz, and Bill. Next photo, posing with a gift hat wrapped in gift paper. Next photo, Chaz, Mark, Lou, Rosemary, and Eric at Chaz's place. Week of December 25th, went to Mom's with Joe on Christmas Day. On the 27th, came back from Mom's with Joe. The planner address book area for 1995. Contact information and phone numbers. Many people. Next page, same thing. A note of a Macintosh mirror site website with information on the video game Doom. More addresses and contact information for family and friends and relatives and acquaintances. Contact info, Penn State. contact info. Undergraduate academic transcript of the courses I had taken thus far. End of year finance for 1995. Among a few interesting specific items, January 7th, I bought the Rush CD Hold Your Fire for $11. Fish food cost 83 cents. Had an aquarium at Chaz's. Made $44 at work, possibly tutoring. Some expenses. More income in the summer. Some expenses listed, including books and groceries. November, bought CDs, Rush, Fly By Night, Blondie, and U2. Cost only $18 total. What a deal, $6 each. And a paid tuition. And that's about it. Until I see you again, be well, everyone.